Anna Delvey lived in New York like a millionaire, yet she had almost no money, and in only a few years she convinced banks, hotels, and friends to give her more than $275,000. How did a young woman with no fortune persuade so many smart people that she was a rich German heiress? Anna Delvey was not born with that name. Her real name was Anna Sorokin, and she was born in 1991 in a small town in Russia. When she was still a child, her family moved to Germany, where her father worked as a truck driver and later started a small business. Life in Germany was normal and fairly quiet. Anna went to school like other students, and nothing in her early years suggested an international fraud. After high school, however, she began to dream about fashion, art, and big city life. Paris was her first step toward that dream. In her early 20s, she moved there and worked as an intern at a fashion magazine. The job did not pay much, but it opened the door to a new world of style, parties, and wealthy people. Soon, Anna discovered something important. In fashion circles, confidence often mattered more than background. That idea slowly changed how she presented herself. Instead of saying she came from a simple family, she began to hint at something very different. Around this time, she started using a new last name, Delvey. By 2013, Anna arrived in New York City. The city was full of ambition, money, and people trying to become someone important. For a young woman who loved luxury and attention, it was the perfect stage. During her first months there, Anna moved through social events and art gatherings. She dressed well, stayed in expensive hotels, and spoke calmly about family money in Europe. Because she seemed relaxed around wealth, many people simply believed her story. Very few people asked a direct question about her past. Instead of working a normal job, Anna talked about a big future project. According to her plan, she would open a private arts club in Manhattan. The place would include galleries, restaurants, and space for artists and business leaders. The idea even had a name: the Anna Delvey Foundation. In meetings with investors, she described a creative center for culture and innovation. Some people thought the idea sounded bold and exciting. To make the plan real, however, Anna needed serious money. Banks do not lend millions of dollars easily, especially to someone with no clear financial history. That problem did not stop her. Rather than show real wealth, she created the image of it. Luxury hotels became her temporary homes. One of her favorite places was the Soho 11 Howard Hotel in Manhattan. Staff members saw a young woman who ordered expensive meals, tipped well, and said her wealth was held in European banks. Because large transfers can take time, she often explained, payments would arrive soon. In the meantime, hotel staff trusted her and allowed charges to build up. Bills slowly reached tens of thousands of dollars. Behind the scenes, the money was not coming. At the same time, Anna spent long days visiting banks and financial offices. She told them she was a German heiress with a large trust fund overseas. According to her story, the money existed, but it was difficult to access quickly. Some banks asked for documents to confirm her wealth. Instead of giving up, Anna used temporary loans and checks to keep the process moving. In several cases, She deposited checks that later failed, yet the short delay gave her access to cash. With that money, she continued to live the same high life. Friends and contacts saw someone confident and connected. She traveled between hotels, attended private events, and talked about opening her art foundation. Around her, people assumed success was just around the corner. One person who spent time with Anna was Rachel Deloach Williams, a photo editor working for Vanity Fair. The two met in New York and became friendly. Anna invited Rachel and a few others on a vacation to Morocco in 2017. The trip looked glamorous at first. They stayed in a luxury resort and enjoyed the beautiful city of Marrakesh. Then the problems began. During the trip, Anna's credit cards stopped working. At restaurants and hotels, she asked Rachel to pay first, promising to return the money soon. Rachel believed her friend and used her own card several times. By the end of the trip, the charges were very large, more than $60,000. Back in New York, Rachel tried many times to get the money back. Weeks passed, then months, but the payment never arrived. Meanwhile, other people had started to notice strange patterns. Hotel managers realized that Anna had left large unpaid bills. Bank officers became suspicious of the documents connected to her loan requests. One by one, the pieces of her story began to fall apart. Yet Anna continued to act calm, almost as if nothing was wrong. During this time, she was still trying to secure a huge loan for the Anna Delvey Foundation. The amount was about $22 million. If approved, it would allow her to lease a large building and start the private arts club. Bank employees studied her application carefully. Eventually, they discovered serious problems with the financial records she provided. The loan was denied. Without new money, the situation around Anna became harder to control. By 2017, several complaints had reached the police in New York. Investigators began to examine her activities, including unpaid hotel bills and financial deception. As they looked deeper, the picture became clear. The supposed German heiress did not have a large fortune. Instead, many of her payments depended on short delays, trust, and borrowed money. Soon, authorities were ready to act. In October 2017, Anna traveled to Los Angeles. While she was there, New York police officers located her and made an arrest on October 3rd. The story of the mysterious socialite suddenly became national news. Many people in New York were shocked. Some had attended parties with her or discussed business ideas with her. The confident woman who spoke about millions had actually been struggling to cover everyday costs. The legal process moved forward over the next 2 years. In April 2019, Anna Sorokin stood in a New York courtroom for her trial. Prosecutors explained how she had persuaded banks, hotels, and individuals to give her money through false claims about her wealth. Her defense argued that she never truly intended to steal. According to that argument, she believed future deals would succeed, and she planned to repay the money later. The jury did not accept that explanation. Anna was found guilty of several charges, including grand larceny and fraud. The court sentenced her to between 4 and 12 years in prison. She was also ordered to pay restitution and fines. The young woman who once lived in luxury hotels now entered a prison cell. While serving her sentence, however, her story continued to attract attention. Journalists wrote articles, filmmakers studied the case, and many people tried to understand how the deception lasted so long. Part of the answer was surprisingly simple. Confidence can be very powerful. When someone acts as if they belong in wealthy spaces, others may accept that image without deep questions. In Anna's case, calm behavior and careful presentation helped her open many doors. Still, the truth eventually caught up. After serving about 3.5 years, Anna Sorokin was released from prison in February 2021 for good behavior. Soon after, immigration authorities took her into custody because she had stayed in the United States longer than her visa allowed. Her legal situation became complicated again. For months, she remained in detention while courts reviewed her case. In 2022, a judge allowed her to live under house arrest in New York while immigration decisions continued. Even then, the strange story of Anna Delvey was not finished. Another twist was already coming. Streaming platforms and producers turned the case into a television series called Inventing Anna. The show introduced millions of viewers to the strange rise and fall of the fake heiress who convinced New York's elite. For many people, the story felt almost unbelievable. A young woman with no real fortune had entered some of the most exclusive spaces in the city. For a while, she lived exactly the life she described. Yet the foundation of that life was fragile. Behind the designer clothes and luxury hotels were unpaid bills, risky checks, and promises that never came true. When the delays ended and questions grew louder, the image collapsed. Today, Anna Sorokin remains a controversial figure. Some see her only as a criminal who abused trust. Others study her story as a lesson about status, ambition, and how easily appearance can shape belief. In the end, her greatest tool was not money at all. It was the power of a convincing story. Stories can open doors, build trust, and even create opportunity. Yet when a story hides the truth, the results can harm many people. Let's do a quick check of what we know. Convince. To make someone feel sure that something is true, he convinced me that his plan was the best one. Heiress. A woman who receives money from a rich person who has died. She is the heiress to a large family fortune. Fairly quiet, quite calm and without a lot of noise or activity. After the party ended, the house was fairly quiet. Open the door to create an opportunity for something new to happen. Learning English can open the door to many new jobs. Ambition, a strong desire to be successful, rich, or powerful. Her ambition is to become a famous doctor one day. Build up, to slowly increase in amount or size over time. The traffic starts to build up around 5 p.m. every day. Give up, to stop trying to do something because it is too difficult. The puzzle was too hard, so I decided to give up. Just around the corner, happening very soon. Don't worry, the end of the school year is just around the corner. Suspicious, feeling that someone has done something wrong or dishonest. The police became suspicious of the man who ran away. Fall apart, to fail or stop working because of serious problems. His great business plan began to fall apart after only a month. Depend on, to need someone or something in order to do something. Small babies depend on their parents for everything. Arrest, When police take a person away for a crime, the news reported the arrest of 2 men last night. Trial, a meeting in a court to decide if someone has broken the law. His trial is scheduled to begin next Monday morning. Attract attention, to make people notice someone or something. Wearing a bright yellow coat will always attract attention. Collapse, to fail suddenly and completely. The company collapsed after it lost all of its money. Controversial figure, a person that people have strong and different opinions about. The politician is a very controversial figure in our country. If stories like this fascinate you, consider subscribing to the channel and following along. Here, we explore real crime cases, surprising facts, and remarkable moments from history, science, and human life, all while helping you strengthen and master your English through engaging storytelling.